Welcome back to the TOrCa campaign with Scribblers Rest, where we play 5th edition Shadowrun in a campaign set in Central Florida. I am Brian Downes. We're here at Gods and Monsters at the Artigan Marketplace, International Drive, Orlando, Florida, enjoying their bar products. Larry, why don't you hold up your bottle so that we can show off the sorts of things you can get down here while you're getting your game on. Thanks, Gods and Monsters, for letting us use the space. As I said, I'm Brian Downes. I'm the game master. I'm also a novelist. You can find my books on Amazon.com. That's BRIANDOWNES. I also write for Florida Geek Scene. Now let's go around the table. We'll introduce our players, who are also Central Florida creatives. Miriam, let's start with you.
My name is Miriam. I'm an animator, illustrator, anything kind of that I want to draw kind of thing. And we have a shop over yonder called GenkiGoth Studios, and we do all of that. Spray painting, illustration, comics, anything that tickles our fancy.
I'm DJ Smith. I am the other half of GenkiGoth Studios. I do all the stuff that she just said in the same place in which she does it. So.
Okay, I'm William Tucker this week. I write adventures both for Pathfinder 5th edition for third-party publisher Total Party Kill Games. I also did some scenarios for the Hackmaster game system. And I'll be coming out with some future endeavors with Total Party Kill Games, if they'll have me. Take it away.
Yep. And I am Larry Heydorn, right under the name LJ Heydorn on Amazon. Author of the Age of the Fallen series. Got the couple smaller pieces out there, and a novel coming up next year. First full-size novel of the series. Also do this podcast and my own personal one under Larry Heydorn.
All right, now let's go back around the table and talk about your characters. Who are you playing?
Oh, I am playing Alegría del Sol. I am a elven adept.
DJ?
I am playing Darius, no last name given, and I am a human covert ops.
I am Galen Meadows, a troll combat medic.
I am Eliana Bajor. I am the Elven Face, a lawyer of sorts.
And a female.
Larry
is playing cross-gender. And your character is from Sweden?
Sweden.
Oh.
Your character is from Florida. Your character is from
Puerto Rico.
And your character is originally
Egyptian.
All right, so we are continuing from our last session in the TOrCa campaign. As you recall, you were assigned to go up to Marion County near Ocala, Florida, and deliver a small duffel bag to a young man named Brent Lemire, who is a teenager and a student at the prestigious Van de Velde Academy, wherein rich kids go to learn to become masters of the sixth world. You do not know what is in the duffel bag, but your instructions are to deliver it to him personally, in private. You open up the bag just before that meeting. You know that he will be, tomorrow, he will be at the Marion County Rec Center with a school trip, him and a bunch of other students. It's a public facility, so other members of the public will be there as well. The trip will have a couple of security guards along the way who you'll have to outfox one way or another, but it will be much easier to try to contact him there than it would be to sneak onto the campus, which is secured with killer robots and sensors and other things you don't want to deal with. You got sidetracked on a mission to go to Tampa overnight to recover a street samurai named Troy Timney, who's addicted to better-than-life chips, an addictive kind of software. He had been in rehab, but he had slipped the tether and run off to Ybor City to relapse. You managed to locate him and get him in your drone RV without a lot of trouble, actually, or bloodshed, in spite of the fact that he's a killer cyborg with titanium bones. And you were off to deliver him back to the Blomquist Clinic in Lakeland, Florida, a rehab center that specializes in people like you, people who don't really have official identities or special needs of various kinds. You deliver him to the Blomquist Clinic successfully, and then head back up to the Ocklawaha area by 1 a.m. That's Saturday, June 22nd, 2075. Tomorrow, you're going to deliver the message to Lemire. Now, on your way back to Ocklawaha, you are informed via telecommunications by management, which is to say a guy named Calico in London who hands out your assignments, that another employee of the independent intelligence agency you work for will meet you in Ocklawaha. She's been sent up there to reinforce your team. Because of this side trip to Tampa, they feel like probably more personnel are necessary. In anticipation of maybe one of you had been injured or you're just all exhausted or whatever. Also, Bure is a specialist in social engineering, so she may be helpful in this particular mission. Elena, you travel from Orlando to Ocklawaha, which is a small rural community on the northern edge of Lake Weir.
Okay.
The Ocala National Forest is on the other side of it, so it's really kind of a town in the wilderness. In the Six World, cities tend to be very well organized and policed, and in an extension of modern trends, most people live in cities. The sort of people who live in small towns like this are people who like it, or are just so hopelessly damaged that they can't manage anywhere else. You take a drone taxi up there and are waiting outside the vending machines at the Palmetto RV Park in Ocklawaha when their RV rolls in at 1 a.m. We'll assume that you've worked with Bure before and that you're familiar with each other. You're both pretty elf princesses. So you have that in common.
I got my pencil skirt on and my work attire.
That is a good question. How do you dress? Do you business casual is your look, or biker
business
gang,
professional.
or- yeah, okay. Business professional.
But I have
that's
a
fine.
large bag with me with any necessities that may
All right.
be required.
But a fancy bag, right?
A very fancy bag.
It's imitation. Don't let it fool you.
I got my heels on and everything. So
Which means you will stand out here in Ocklawaha, where it's more,
This is very true. You
Daisy
will stand
Dukes and
out.
secondhand T-shirts, but
that's what I do best.
that's fine. As we've mentioned, the human average for an attribute, most people have an attribute of 3, whatever that attribute might be. Your charisma is 7,
Only
which
7,
means
yes.
you certainly stand out in any
I was the
room.
ugly one in the family.
Yeah.
Damn. Hi, Meg.
So you will be sleeping in the RV tonight and participating in the delivery to Lemire tomorrow. What kind of noise does your comlink make when you receive a phone call?
Let's see. It does something retro and cool.
The Pac-Man theme?
Sure, why not?
Or we could take it all the way back to Pong. Did Pong have a theme?
It will now.
We could Google for that.
Whatever the local trend is, the local,
Whatever's au courant. Okay. So, you're sleeping in the RV. Do you guys put up a watch or anything like that, or do you just all go to sleep?
When the RV itself kind of have a watch.
Let's say automated security.
Well, the RV would certainly have, if anybody tried to get in, it would sound an alarm, yes.
I think just
Well-
on the safe side, we could have a watch. I'll do the first watch.
Okay.
It's not a couch, but you think it'd be comfortable?
Listen,
I mean,
I can sleep anywhere. You're the one with the fancy schmancy shit.
I had
right?
one
So,
rep on the tower.
good.
I mean, I had one rep in the stairwell, but I
are
can
there enough
stay awake.
pillows for you?
How big is the Aries?
Do you have enough
light
blankets and
fire?
comforters?
I'm good.
Get
Let's
your
try not
beauty
to talk
sleep
all
okay?
at once, because
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
because it gets
Okay.
mashed up in the mics, It's a compact handgun.
Okay, I'll have a nice little leg holster.
The garter holster, the thigh holster.
Yeah, make sure it's properly loaded and everything else. Wearing my little teddy whenever I'm ready to be on watch.
Sure.
I'll watch out through the windows.
I'm jealous of the teddy.
You could order one online.
God damn it.
Very true.
They make them in your size.
But yours was custom. Okay, there we go.
Well,
All right,
he's
let
on
me
watch.
just double check what time you're supposed to.
We might not make a quiet getaway because when elves run, their ears cut the wind, they'll go. So just remember that. And we got 2 now.
One of which is running in heels.
Oh, at nighttime
Clank.
I have slippers.
Clank.
Thus the large bag.
All right, so your target, Lemire, is going to be at the rec facility, later today at this point because it's after midnight, at noon. And we'll be there throughout the afternoon.
But how far away are we? Time-wise.
It's about 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, I think we agreed it's best for us to be there before he gets there.
Yeah.
So we have somebody with us, or we're all by ourselves?
No, we're good now. We dropped off our last
Okay.
surprise issue, and so it's just us in the RV.
Thank
So
God for that.
what are we expecting? I was kind of sent here to help out, but I wasn't sure what you have encountered so far. Need to be appraised of.
Nothing that has any direct dealings with this mission. We ended up with a bit of a side mission that took us out of sorts for the day.
Okay, so the mission still is to deliver the package?
Correct.
Okay.
We've decided that this little field trip is a safer way to do it because getting on campus is just not going to be a quiet possibility.
That would explain why they sent me.
So we don't have any particular plan of action save for we're going to infiltrate the location of this field trip ahead of time, and then if we can isolate and deliver without actually arousing any suspicion since it's a public venue, we'll drop the bag and be out before anyone knows.
So I would imagine we probably need some sort of legal forms to perhaps see him, and perhaps I can pull up some forms on the internet or anything like that. Legal forms, maybe some sort of
For what?
permission slips to. I'll try to come up with some good forms that we can come up with to see him, like maybe like.
It's a public facility.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a public facility.
Yeah,
but I thought it was a child though.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, he's 17.
Sorry.
Yeah.
17.
We
And
kinda-
he'll be with a group of other students, but they'll be in a public recreation center.
Okay.
So you can simply walk into the recreation center if you buy a ticket. Yeah,
All
it's
right.
a small admission fee.
Yeah, we picked one person to do a handoff when he's in the locker room, I believe, from last session. So
Who's doing the handoff?
I believe you were actually
no,
you're the tall one.
it was a co-op, and somebody has far more charisma than I do,
So probably me then.
and I kind of stand out
I like how you looked
just
right
by
at
height.
me.
So yeah, I'm not subtle.
So he's not subtle and she has a bad attitude, so I figured I'd do it.
That sounds like an
Only
excellent
when I'm
idea.
provoked, all
so
right?
what do I need to do? Hand him a. Where's this package?
Bag is in the RV, obviously.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. We haven't opened it, right?
You've been instructed not to open it until a few minutes before the meeting.
Okay.
Have you scanned it to make
Nope.
sure it's okay or anything like that?
Nope.
Nope.
It's
we were
not
just
ticking,
told
is
to.
it?
Oh, God. You know, it's
Do
not a problem.
do we have scanners of any sort to just to generically scan it?
No, you don't have any kind of X-ray device or anything.
Okay,
like that.
I didn't know what came standard equipped. This must be the
Yeah.
lower model of the RV. The next one up has the cool CSI gear.
So from what I'm remembering here, apparently I'm making the handoff. We're using the locker room because there's only one guard posted in the locker room, and I don't think, not to sound awkward, he's going to be staring at a bunch of boys changing for the pool and such. So
This is a
figured that-
unisex facility.
I don't think the locker room is though. Is it? Is the locker room unisex?
No, it's divided by sex.
Oh,
That would make the handoff a little awkward.
Yeah, that might stand out a little bit. So it gets down to me.
Yay,
So are you going to
team.
show your tits?
I loathe you.
And is he expecting us or not expecting us?
No, I don't. From what intelligence says, he has no idea we're coming.
And the object is just to give him the bag with no signing anything, just like here you go and bye.
Straight delivery.
And he has to touch it.
I don't think the instructions were quite that specific, but pretty much.
Or he has to accept it.
Yeah. Whether that's voluntary or not, situation will tell. But
Yeah, you were told to deliver the bag, but you're supposed to open the bag and prepare the contents a few minutes before the meeting.
I could always do I have a birthday present for Mr. So-and-so.
I heard that you were feeling ill. Headache,
When you
fever,
deliver
and a
it, just point. When you deliver it, just point at these two or show a photograph of these two and just say their phone number is in the bag, and then that's it. That should handle it.
it's not a horrible idea.
And he has parents.
Not present.
No, but he has parents, though. They're not dead.
I don't
I
think
don't
that
think
was
I
in the dossier. Was that in the dossier?
Do we have any names or anything like that?
You have not been provided with his parents' names, no.
Okay. And we have his name?
We do.
Brent Lemire.
Yes.
Do we have a laptop or any sort of thing to look on the internet to see
sure.
who his parents may be?
Mm-hmm.
And he's rich, right?
Yeah, it's a.
Well,
pretty
that depends on what you mean by rich.
He has somebody else drive for him?
Well, the family makes about $1 million a year.
Oh.
$1 million a year?
So more than us.
Yeah.
Well, most of us.
Don't hate.
Not hating.
Damn couch surfers.
$1 million a year is about 50 grand at this point.
Still more than me.
Does anyone have the computer skill?
Not me.
Not me either.
I didn't see anything. I just got lawyer skills.
Electronic warfare.
I got 8 next to Pokemon. That's about it.
Do you have electronic warfare?
I do.
Electronic warfare is the skill. It's got a couple of applications, but one of the things it does is allows you to operate remote sensors more effectively.
That could come in handy.
Do we have remote sensors to operate?
DJ, don't you have a fly spy or something like that?
I believe
It would be on your equipment list. In any case, you don't have a lot of matrix searching skill. Anybody wants to just roll their intuition -1.
Oh. I roll my 2, but I roll 2 sixes.
Oh.
All right. So -1 from the...
Yeah, intuition -1 if you don't have the computer skill.
2 sixes.
All right, well, I'm going to assume that the two of you working together can discover that Lemire's parents live in the Central Florida area. They work for not mega corporations, because, like, in the Shadowrun universe, there are 10 mega corporations that are nation states unto themselves and global superpowers, and then there are lots and lots of smaller corporations. As rich people go, they're on the bottom of the rich people ladder, because at the top of the rich people ladder is multi-billionaires, right? But they do have ambition for their son. What are you looking for as far as...
I was looking for their name, making sure they were living still.
Kenneth and Tammy.
Kenneth and Tammy.
And you can find some pictures of them.
Okay.
The kind of stuff people put on social media.
Okay. And do we find a picture of this boy?
Yeah, you can provided with a
Does
photo.
he look like a nerd, a jock, somewhere in between?
He looks like a very clean-cut private school kid in a private school uniform
So he's
with
a naughty
beautiful
boy.
teeth. The kind of kid that they're investing in,
He's doing everything mommy, daddy don't want him to know about. Okay, I got it. I think. Does he have any? Does he have like something equivalent to like Instagram or any of that type of stuff? Some sort of social media.
Yeah, give me another intuition -1.